Ever found yourself obediently opening a can of premium food at 3 a.m. for a tiny, furry overlord? You ray not alone. It is the great pet paradox. We call cats independent, yet they've become absolute masters of human behavior. Consider this. A staggering 94 million cats in the US have seemingly trained their humans to their every whim. This makes you wonder, in the grand scheme of history, who really domesticated whom? The fascinating truth is that cats, in their infinite cunning, chose us. They saw our warm fires and rodent-filled granaries and decided to move in. But how did they go from opportunistic hunters to household rulers? Get ready, because we're about to dive into the evidence from an archaeological plot that began 12 years ago to the discovery of a secret solicitation purr scientists have proven we simply cannot resist. The conspiracy is real, and your cat is at the center of it. The master plan began around 10:00 BC in the Fertile Crescent. Here, wildcats first made the calculated decision to live near human settlements, enjoying the rodent bounty our early farming provided. This was their first move in a long game of manipulation. Their scheme reached its pinnacle in ancient Egypt by 2000 BC, where they achieved nothing less than divine status. Their power was so absolute that, according to the historian Herodotus, the Persian king Cambyses used cats as shields. His soldiers carried felines into battle, and the Egyptians, unwilling to harm the sacred animals, surrendered. This devotion was profound. Egyptian families would shave their eyebrows in mourning when their household cat died. The scale of their worship is still an archaeological mystery, with hundreds of thousands of cat mummies found in temple caches. They weren't just pets, they were engineered into gods. In 2009, Karen McComb and her team at the University of Sussex uncovered one of the feline world's most brilliant tricks, the solicitation purr. This isn't your average, contented rumble. It has a specific, urgent sound cats expertly deploy when they want food, and it has scientifically proven to be almost impossible for humans to ignore. So, what is their secret? The researchers discovered this special purr embeds a high-frequency cry within it, at a frequency of 380 Hz. This sound bears a striking acoustic resemblance to a human infant's cry, tapping directly into our innate caregiving instincts. Controlled studies proved that humans, even those without children, find this particular purr significantly more pressing and less pleasant than a regular purr. This is no accident, it is a masterclass in evolution. Our cats have developed a powerful tool for human manipulation. And the hilarious part, they seem to know their audience, primarily using this cunning purr with their familiar humans. The plot thickened in 2014, when a groundbreaking genomic study revealed that domestic cats didn't just change their behavior, they literally rewired their own genetics. Scientists analyzing DNA discovered that, compared to their wild ancestors, our house cats have evolved distinct neurobiological reward systems. This genetic tweaking is all about dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical. Domestic cats developed a brain that gets a bigger reward from positive social interactions with humans. This made them less anxious and, crucially, more motivated to seek us out and engage with us. This wasn't the heavy-handed selective breeding we used on dogs. This was a more subtle, cunning form of self-domestication. By evolving to find human contact itself rewarding, cats genetically programmed themselves to become the expert negotiators we share our homes with today. They didn't just move in, they changed their very nature to better connect with and consequently manipulate their human hosts. What if a cat's influence wasn't just behavioral, but biological? Enter one of the most controversial theories in science, involving a microscopic organism called Toxoplasma gondii. This parasite, which can only sexually reproduce in the gut of a cat, has a chillingly effective survival strategy. Scientific studies have documented that when gondii infects a rat, it alters the rodent's brain chemistry, making it less fearful of cats and even attracted to the scent of cat urine, a brilliant maneuver to get the rat eaten and return the parasite to its feline host. The burning question is, Could it affect humans too? Research has shown correlations between human Toxoplasma infection and subtle changes in reward processing and personality. While the scientific community fiercely debates causation versus mere correlation, the possibility remains. A parasite that makes us more cat-friendly could be one of their most powerful manipulation tools. A theory once serious enough to be studied in a since-terminated USDA research program. Beyond purrs and parasites, cats are masters of everyday psychological warfare. They use the silent stare, deploying sustained eye contact to trigger deep-seated guilt responses in their owners. Their affection is strategically timed an ignore-then-overwhelm technique that makes their attention feel like a reward. They are experts in controlled chaos, knocking things off shelves to command immediate attention. They have vocal timing down to a science, mewing precisely during important phone calls or meetings when they know they'll be pacified fastest. They practice spatial takeover, always sitting exactly where you need to be, and some even fake vulnerability, pretending illness or injury for extra cuddles or treats. And let us not forget the slow blink. The so-called cat kiss used to build trust and strengthen their bond with you, ensuring a steady supply of rewards. It has a full-time job being trained by a cat. For a true case study in feline manipulation, look no further than J.B., a 20-pound panther-like cat with a legendary talent for getting his way. His story is a testament to a cat's cunning resilience. J.B., who walked on leashes and even rode motorcycles, once pulled off a great escape, surviving on the streets for 2 full years. When he was finally caught, his manipulation skills were so refined that he successfully deceived animal control workers, convincing them he was a feral, unadoptable cat. His rescue came only through a mysterious, compelling dream that led his rescuer directly to the shelter. There, J.B. staged a dramatic reunion scene, a masterclass in emotional manipulation that moved hardened shelter workers to tears, securing his freedom. He then spent his final 3 years perfecting his manipulative tactics in a comfortable home, a true master of his craft until the very end. Behind the closed doors of research facilities, scientists are uncovering more about how feline minds operate, and some findings are startling. Recent university experiments have revealed that cats don't necessarily learn from human demonstration, preferring their own unique problem-solving methods instead. However, 2023 communication studies confirm what many owners suspect. Our cats are highly sensitive to our cues. They watch us closely, learning our routines and weaknesses. This creates a paradox. While cats may appear less trainable than dogs in lab settings, they are often busy training their humans in a more subtle, domestic curriculum. The ethics of this research sometimes come under scrutiny, as highlighted by the controversial story of Double Trouble from a Wisconsin lab, which raised questions about how we study these complex creatures. The takeaway: a cat's apparent independence is a sophisticated strategy for domestic dominance. Having mastered our homes, cats have launched their final frontier, the digital world. Their conquest of the internet age is absolute, fueled by an endless stream of cat videos, memes, and viral content that dominate social media feeds. This is no accident. It is a masterful exploitation of modern human psychology. Cats have become experts at triggering our dopamine responses online, making us crave the next cute or hilarious clip. This digital dominance has translated into real-world economic power, creating a multi-billion-dollar pet industry centered around their every whim. The modern forms of worship are unmistakable, from dedicated cat cafes where humans pay for the privilege of their company, to the rise of Instagram-famous felines and celebrity cats with millions of followers. In the digital era, the cat's status has evolved from household pet to global cultural icon. So, after this journey from ancient temples to modern labs and the internet, the evidence is overwhelming. From their self-engineered domestication and divine status in Egypt to the genetic rewiring and the cunning solicitation purr, cats have executed a masterful, millennia-long plan for domestic dominance. They've honed psychological tactics like the guilt-inducing stare and perfected the art of timing their demands. They've even potentially harnessed a parasite to sway our minds. The question, who domesticated whom, has a clear answer: They chose us, and they trained us. So, take a look at your own feline. Does that slow blink feel like love? Or is it a calculated cat kiss to ensure a steady supply of treats? The ultimate conclusion is both humorous and scientifically sobering. We are not cat owners. We are cat staff. The throne of your home was occupied by a tiny, furry monarch long ago. So, the verdict is in, and the evidence is perfectly clear. Your cat isn't just a pet, they ray a furry little genius who has you expertly trained. But this isn't the end of our investigation. What secret tactic does your cat use to manipulate you? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. If this deep dive into the feline mind surprised you, just imagine what other animal secrets we could uncover together. Help us expose more pet conspiracies. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more content that reveals the shocking truths about your favorite animals. And ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. The truth is out there, and we Ray just getting started.